check. Okay, mic check, mic check. I think we are good, so I will send that link over to Joe, and
so there might be one or two that are
getting going.
Young. She said they're from younger. Oh my God, I didn't even recognize you.
All right, folks, welcome to a little bit of a one-off that I'm doing here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We have the South Jersey Girls Soccer League here on a little bit of a bitter Sunday morning/afternoon between the Deptford Attack and the Audubon Adrenaline. Of course, the last time that I even broadcasted a soccer game, it was quite a bitter one. It was the day of Halloween, October 31st, and Glassboro and Audubon were in a dead heat in the playoffs, the second round of the South Jersey Group 1 playoffs that eventually went to PKs, and the game ended unfavorably for Audubon with Glassboro sweeping them in PKs. But of course, this is a lot different. Deptford and Audubon are both winners of their respective divisions here in the South Jersey Girls Soccer League, as the Vuvuzelas are ringing out here at the Lee Jones Memorial Field in Green Wave Park. 25-minute halves here in Audubon. Deptford Attack, Audubon Adrenaline 9-on-9, running the opposite way on the turf this afternoon. 11:05 a.m. The referee signals to both goalies, getting ready to go. Wilings on top of the ball, the daughter of Joseph Wilings, the former Audubon police officer who is the head coach of this Adrenaline team. And we are underway here from the turf. Didn't have time for much of a pre-game introduction, and I apologize for that because that's not usually what I do, but I actually left my laptop at home and had to bring it over. You know, luckily I don't live too far from here, so we were able to get it going, even if it was maybe a couple minutes off of schedule. So this will be thrown in by Deptford's number 12. Now, Mr. Wilings did send me the rosters for both sides, so I will get that going when we get a stoppage in play. But
good job, Sammy. Nice. Come on, come on, come on, Avery. Yeah, Mia. Come on, Mia. Oh, come on, Layla.
Goes to number 19, Layla Kuiper, and now brought back into Audubon's possession. Wilings has this one, going to try to bring it to the goal, and it's blocked. It's always fun doing these sort of one-off events here with DWB, because a lot of the time when you're doing a long, grueling soccer season or baseball season, you get used to the players pretty quickly, and, you know, if you make a mistake, then it's kind of, you know, no soup for you. You don't really get a lot of sympathy because you're working an entire season. But if you're doing something that's just a one-off like this, I've learned that you meet a lot of very interesting people in this industry, and even if it's 11-year-old girls soccer, everybody seems to get along a lot better than the parents that I've seen in some other forms of youth recreational sports. Right now, just about a minute and 3/4 in. Remember, 25-minute halves. The situation for this game, actually, the circumstances were quite interesting. It was supposed to be I was going to broadcast two games yesterday, against the Deptford Attack at 1:30 and against the Pennsauken Youth Soccer Club at 3:30. And it would have been where would have been at the Cattell Sports Complex in Winona, about 20 minutes south of here. This is brought in by number 12.
Nice, Avery!
He's going to kick this one on the ground.
Yes! Come on, girl! Yeah, Emma! Leah! Go, Leah! You got it! Leah! Let's go! Go, Leah! Go! Yeah, Nina!
Nina with the kick, number 8.
Great pass, Izzy.
That is Nina Jones, the fullback, and it'll go wide towards the Deptford sideline. But yeah, when I woke up yesterday morning and I saw the washout rain, I knew that it would be a little bit difficult to get those games underway, and Joe texted me as this one is saved by the Deptford goalkeeper Grace Perkins, and she'll kick this one away as we hit the 3-minute mark in the first half.
Nice,
Popped up, this will go to midfield, blocked by number 10, Leah Shivo.
Nice pass.
And a good spin move there by Audubon's number 9, Raiden Gowdy. Brought to Shivo, and whistles blown. But yeah, when I saw the rain yesterday morning, I knew that on a grass field like they have at the sports complex in Winona, it would be very difficult to get good playing conditions. So they postponed the actual tournament until spring, which I thought was very surprising. But it seems like this travel soccer program is kind of a year-round. It's a habitual thing where you run it all the time. So I'm sure there will be another broadcasting opportunity when we cross that bridge. That one is kicked out towards the sideline where the parents are kind of forming their own little barricade. Now, I know that a lot of you Green Wave soccer fans are used to the boundaries of the field being the other way, because we usually run the full scope of the field. But because these girls are much younger, obviously, you know, you don't want to exhaust them too much. I wouldn't want to, but, you know, this kind of recreational sort of soccer. Although I do understand that, you know, when I talked to Joe in the last couple of days, Coach Weilings, he made it clear to me that this was a quality of soccer that I would be very surprised by. And I would say so far it's definitely very fundamental. It's clear that it's not a regular kind of town ball. It's now a battle between Gowdy and Deptford's number 3, Mia Segara. The camera's a little crooked here. Let me adjust this. We have a broken leg on the camera tripod, so we have to account for that. But this one will roll towards the sideline and out of play, signaled for Audubon. Kicked out by number 3 on the Adrenaline Club, Ariella Sin. This will be tossed in, brought to Weilings, and saved by the Audubon goalkeeper. Miss Anna Gaspari in the goal. Yeah, goalkeepers for Deptford and Audubon, Grace Perkins in goal for Deptford, Anna Gaspari in the goal for Audubon. But both of these teams that were supposed to play at 1:30 yesterday before the tournament was postponed due to inclement weather, they were both winners of their respective divisions. Deptford Attack won Division 6 with 8 wins, 1 loss, and a tie, so a 10-game season all in all. And that's taken by Deptford's number 12, Avery Land. Taken by number 15, Perkins. That one's out of play. Seems like they have 2 number 15s. So. A short toss in, and this one will roll. Shivo will throw this one in. This one hugs the line out towards Weilings and Deptford's number 6, Alexandra Fox, and they'll have to set this one up as it rolls towards the rain garden down at the opposite end of the field. 11:12 a.m. just getting underway here from the Green Wave turf. Just hitting the 7-minute mark. No score between the Deptford Attack and the Audubon Adrenaline here to turf. 43 degrees with wind blowing west to northwest. So imagine towards the Postal Service, imagine it blowing into that at 8 miles an hour. Actually, the feels like is much lower at 37. But I would actually prefer this to the terrible, terrible rain that we had yesterday morning that ended up washing out the game. Washing out both games, one against Deptford and one against Pensauken.
Hello.
This one will go in the corner. Looks like some substitutions being made for the attack. Among them is number 10, who will have to load up the roster again from what Weiling sent me. That's Elsie Young, and then number 13, Leia Curry.
Oh, okay.
This one will be a throw in near the corner.
One wave to hit 12 key for my issue would be
Thrown in and goes past Audubon's number 27. Vivian Colonna.
You better not.
And this one will roll out towards the corner with Weilings being there to intercept. Delaney Weilings, that is. And a shot by Shivo goes wide left and a little bit high. As the goalkeeper for Deptford, Grace Perkins, attempts to reel that ball back in, you're watching coverage of Audubon Adrenaline South Jersey Girls Soccer League Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at the THE Dan DAN Wilkins WILKINS show SHOW at gmail.com. Any serious sponsorship inquiries should also go to that email. We are opening sponsorships for the 2023 Green Wave baseball season with 3 different tiers, as Perkins will send this one away. A little bit of a short kick towards Delaney Weilings, and it is batted off the front of the chest of Deptford's number 18. Actually, excuse me, that is number 13. No,
Get up there,
10,
Alex. Get up there.
Sometimes the jersey numbers are hard to read in compressed fashion.
Turn and go, turn and go.
Get it, Alex.
Talk to each other out there. Get there, come on.
Oh, wow, a little bit of a spin move there by Deptford's number 13, Leia Curry, the attack defender. This one will run parallel to the goal, be batted off the head of Audubon's number 1, Ellie Springer. Right next to the goal, and it is sent away. And like I was saying, there are 3 tiers of sponsorship for the 2023 baseball season. Remember, in 2022, DWB had 12,000 viewers for Audubon Green Wave baseball streams in 2022, but we are introducing 3 tiers of sponsorship. $50 is a standard tier, where during a break in action, your brand or business is mentioned on a little 15-second blurb, along with a way of contact information. The second tier is $100, which is a segment to be named after your brand or business, like the pregame show, postgame show, pitching change, any of those kind of things, as that one is batted off of number 1. Brought to Shivo. And brought to Cam. Goes back out to Sin. Up in the air, trying to bring this one down as Shivo.
Come on, Leah! Nice.
And batted away by Perkins. Getting to that one was Emma Cam, number 1. This one will go back in play with 11 minutes on the clock. Shivo trying to get a shot, but it's blocked by the attack.
Come on, Wyler, go! Go! Yeah, go! Good try, good try. Keep on it!
Nice.
Don't give up, Wyler!
Go, Ellen, go. Go.
Come on out!
Yeah.
Nice pass.
Sent towards midfield. A little bit of backwards action, and whistle is blown on a foul. And then finally, the third tier sponsorship is $150. That's where we air a 30-second commercial that is filmed at your location with voiceovers probably done by me or even one of your employees if you insist. So we can best represent your small business or online brand or even a commercial brand, anything like that. We are flexible. So drop me a line at the Dan Wilkins Show at gmail.com for information on how to get yourself involved in a growing online market of high school baseball. This one's popped up by Perkins, brought down to Young, and this one is batted in the air by Deptford's number 17, which is Ella Godish.
You guys got to give each other some space.
Delaney Weilings has this one. Emma Cam starts and stops and goes again, and that one goes over and past the parents on the sideline. Substitutions coming in for the Adrenaline Among them is, let's see, everybody's so indistinguishable at 11 years old, but that one goes right through 2 Deptford players and out of play on an attempted throw-in. Getting close to 13 minutes out of the 25-minute half, no score here at the Green Wave turf, running the opposite way between the Deptford Attack and the Audubon Adrenaline here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Hope you're enjoying the show. Perkins will send this one away and right towards the fans again. So we'll have our 3rd stoppage of play in about 30 seconds. So
Fans who are freezing at a brisk 43 degrees in Audubon.
37 is the real field. So even worse. Young sends this one right towards my table, and it is deflected by a very generous fan to avoid hitting my tripod. This one will be thrown in by Tessator, number 44. He'll take a quick step back and heave this one in out towards the left shoulder of Weilings and go out of play again. Olivia Tessator with a good throw and a little bit of curve on that one. And this one will be thrown in by Deptford's number 13, Leia Curry again. Batted off of Tessator, up in the air, running again, and a little bit of...
nice try.
A little bit of juggling action, a little bit of acrobatics, but it goes out of play and will be thrown in by Young again. A little bit of a bounce pass to Shivo. Goes out towards Deptford's number 22, which is not listed in my roster. The name is cut off, but popped up by Gowdy, and the fan even dropped the ball with gloves on. So I guess that fan down there is not going to be a goalkeeper anytime soon. But Tessator bounces this one off of her chest, brings this one back past number 8, Nina Jones, headed towards the goal, and saved by Perkins again. One of the things that I've seen from, Coach Weilings when we were having some discourse before the game is that these parents pride themselves on a tradition. As that just hit my lunch, I have a pork roll bagel and some tasty cakes, and I think they may be a little bit scrambled now, but the throw in from Tessator hits off of number 10 for Deptford.
Come on, Al.
That actually did hit my Wawa bag, by the way, so. But one of the things that I've seen from Coach Weilings is that these players and fans pride themselves on a tradition of having fun. Weilings told me that there was a time where there was a grandfather of a player that was chirping at a referee, and he actually yelled across the sideline to kind of hush him up, and which I find to be very honorable, considering that a lot of the times you see a little bit of a negative connotation associated with the parents of youth sports organizations because of how the parents can be towards the referees. As that ball just landed in somebody's lawn chair, does that count for something? Goes out towards Deptford's number 21. Bounced in off of number 1, which I have to get my phone out of my pocket and check the roster again. And this one will roll towards the side, and that time the fan actually caught it. So back it up. Does better than the last guy. That's good. Thrown in by Tessator, gets a little bit of a curve that'll hug the line and go out of play again. Remember, this has even tripped me up a couple times in the 16-25 that we've been live here from the turf, that the field of play on the lines that are perpendicular to my camera are yellow, and the lines that are parallel to the camera are blue. So it's blue and yellow lines to determine the field of play, and I'm sure some players have also gotten tripped up on that as well. But I think maybe a little bit of an aid in that is the fact that the parents are lined up towards the in front of the yellow line, so that the players don't get tripped up on the fact that it's a different colored line. And that one goes out of play. Only one ref manning this whole field. So will be thrown in. Tessator lets it fly, hits off of the knee of number 1 for Deptford, and it goes out of play again. It's a throw-in palooza here with 17-15 in the first half. And another one out of play. They're throwing the ball in so much they might as well sign up for softball. This one will hug the line again. If you need to stop getting the throw-ins to go along, you know, these players need to start aiming the ball towards the middle of the field, which is exactly what they're doing now. But you want to line yourself up with the goal, not towards the sideline. If you're making a pass, you can line it up a little bit, but you have to make sure that they're in a position to make the play.
You're going to take them to go.
Perkins will send this one away. Bounces up one. A lot of positive encouragement from both sides, and it rolls past the Audubon goal. Would have been a great opportunity for Deptford to score, but alas, that is not the case here with about 18-15 here in the first. Weiling's coming out of the game. So now for the first time, Audubon and their goalkeeper, Anna Gaspari, will have a chance to send this one away. A lot of action from Perkins on the goalkeeper side of things, but it's the first one for Deptford this morning, actually, because we still have not hit noon. It is 11:24 Eastern here on this Sunday, December the 4th. Hugging the line again, and that is called out by the official. So we take it in by Tessitore. Oh wow, she is throwing it from the line that the parents are sitting at. Definitely a large run-up, which some fields you don't have that advantage of. Goes right through the legs of Alice Sin, but it is stopped. Kicked up in the air by Deptford. They'll have to buy some time. And that one is out of play. There's somebody at a Gatorade or Powerade bottle cap sitting in the ground, and a player kicked it. Yeah, there it is. There's the, wow, that zoom works really well. Yeah, go to 22 minutes on your broadcast. You'll see me zooming in on a Powerade cap with no context whatsoever. And people talk about how throw-ins are, or I should say that baseball is the only sport where field conditions, or I should say field dimensions, matter. But no, soccer, the size of the field can definitely wear out your players, especially if it's a larger field, if it's a grass field that's wet. I've seen when Audubon played their last regular season game, it was on the night of homecoming. It was at Maple Shade, which good 20 minutes away from here. But the Maple Shade Wildcats, their field was, I would say, their field was on this embankment where we actually had to broadcast a good 5 or 6 feet up from where the players were. So the field was actually in a little bit of a pit of its own. As what I presume to be an Audubon Fire Department engine is sounding its siren, hopefully for not too transient of a cause, and that one will hit the corner flag and go out of play. 20:43 is the time that I'm reading here from the Green Wave turf, and the goalkeeper for Audubon, Anna Gaspari, will take this one and return back to her home base at goal. She'll lay the ball down and send this one away. Her second goal kick of the, I should say, morning. Taken by an Audubon player, trying to get a little bit of an intervention down the sideline, hugging the line. It's still in play. It'll roll down to Tessitore. That one's out of play, and green is the name of the game. A lot of throw-ins for Audubon today. Not as much for Deptford. Tessitore's really been a designated thrower for the Adrenaline this morning, but taking it is number 5 for Deptford as a little bit of a collision occurs. A light one indeed.
Good job. Yeah, Ruby.
That was a good relay there by Audubon's number 11, Leanna Sin. This one will be a throw-in from the opposite side of the field.
Be ready, Ella. Ella, stop going down so far.
Gotta get give him an outlet. Oh, that's why.
Strikers, I need one of the hands to be able to call it. Strikers, one of you fill this ball behind you, Steve. One of you. Ella, peel off.
Grace Perkins will send this one away. Remember, this full broadcast of today's match is available on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Just look it up on YouTube under The Dan Wilkins Show, or look up Deptford Attack at Audubon Adrenaline with today's date, and you'll find a stream. And the goal kick goes to a fan, and Tessitore will throw this one in again. A lot of throw-ins for Audubon in this first half. This one is a straight liner off the shin of Ellie Springer, number 1. This one will hug the line again, trying to stay in play, a little bit of an inbound, and goes to the other side with Gowdy. As my umbrella's in the way of the ball, but basically a whole team swap for Deptford. They're making a lot of substitutions here in the final minute and a half of the half, it looks like.
Come on, Deptford. Get one
Will
here.
be thrown in.
Wide open.
Select that ball, girls. Get in.
Heaved up the middle. Number 3.
Do it again. Follow the ball.
Nice. Well, get up there.
22's got it again. Blocked. Trying to advance towards the Audubon goal. A good relay by Mia Segara, number 3. As we're now in the final 60 seconds of the first half, at least unless the ref says otherwise.
Oh my God, I'm so loud. That's it, Lila.
That one goes right past the barrage of Audubon players trying to get a goal first of the game, and it is to the right of the goal. Stays in bounds. Goes right through the legs of a Deptford player. Goes back out to Delaney Wilings. Wilings bats it off of her left foot. That hugs the line, and it stays in. That one looked a little bit off, but the ref's call stays the same. Hugs it again. Wilings with a little bit of a rebound off of her right foot, trying to keep it in, and it does not, and a good call indeed, as we are again in the winding seconds of the first half. This one will be a throw-in down the line. That one's gonna go all the way around the other side as my camera's having to do a maniacal dance. A little bit of a short-handed kick by Aaliyah Sin. Tessitore may be waiting for a pass. And that is saved by Glassboro. That was inches away from a Deptford goal, but it is shy nonetheless, just to the left of the post. That had to be no more than a foot, if not 6 inches away from being a Deptford goal. And now they'll have to rebound and not let that momentum-crushing moment phase them at all. As we are approaching the 26th minute, but maybe this is stoppage time.
Be ready, Lila.
That one is out of play.
Hard kicks, kid.
This one could be a corner, I'm not sure. One substitution for Audubon. Remember, this is 9-on-9 if the field does look a little bit barer than before, but you also have less. Actually, I'd say that 9-on-9 on this skim field looks a lot more crowded than what you would expect because of the fact that 11-on-11 on a giant 100-yard soccer field is not that bad, and it is saved by Gaspari on a can of corn right to the square of the chest. Pop up, over the middle, gets to about midfield, goes to the back of the enemy line, and they will stop the time there. Actually, no, that is not the half. I'd imagine this is some extra stoppage time or something of the sort. It's actually the first time that I've been in an experience where the coach waited on the video guy, me. Usually they would start without me, but maybe Audubon Gateway once, they gave me like 90 seconds and everything was ready then, so we were good. This one's a shorthanded kick, goes past Weilings and batted straight off of Deptford's number 2, which not listed on my roster, but this one will be a free kick, taken in by Shivo. Batted away towards the sideline and rebounded by Audubon's number 27, which is Vivian Colonna. Number 22 has this one. Goes right past Ellie Springer. Goes to the other number 1, Emma Kim. Remember, there are 2 number 1s on the roster. Both is equally valuable on this soccer club, and that one goes out towards the rain garden. 28-15, unless Weilings was incorrect. I was told that there were 25-minute halves. Maybe they have been running overtime. I would assume that maybe this is also stoppage time, but high school is a lot more conservative on stoppage time and doesn't utilize it as effectively or as often as they probably should, as Perkins has that one ranging to the far left of her goal, now having to reel that one back in and set up a goal kick. And I remember last night I was talking to Weilings on the phone, and he said that I would be surprised at the quality of play that these girls are expressing. And yes, the answer is yes, as that one is batted straight off the shins to thighs of number 4 for Audubon.
Go, lady, go!
Which was Anna Gaspar.
Oh, subs.
Another substitution. Gowdy is out. This one batted off of Weilings, goes to Cam. Weilings sends this one into no man's land, hugging the corner. Looks like it's going to be close, not sure. Weilings having to inbound that one, and sending that one into the rain garden is number 22. So one of the water boys will have to get that one before it goes into the Taco Bell parking lot, but well, actually that's further to the right, yes. That'll go somewhere. Actually, no, the Taco Bell is on the other side there, so I would have been correct. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. There it is. You can see a little faded Taco Bell sign right there.
To the left.
Yeah, to the left. So it would have gone to the Taco Bell parking lot. Or, excuse me, the Taco Bell / Pizza Hut, also known as a clogged artery in 5 minutes. This one will be a goal kick, or actually a corner kick here by Audubon. A little bit of an obstruction from the barricade of fans, but alas, that's how it is. We'll have to set this one up again for a round 2. This one will run a little bit at an awkward angle to the goal, but Colonna getting that one in. After controlling a lot of the possession time. There's some folks in on the cruiser bikes and grotesque pajama pants rolling along. This one goes out towards the Deptford coach on the sideline, and I've been wondering when they're going to blow the whistle for the half, because right now my clock is running at 31:30, so this either is a heck of a lot of stoppage time, or the halves are not what I expected, unless they don't have a true half time. I don't know. May have to get a clarification from Joe on that front. I'd imagine that to alleviate a lot of the stresses and physical stresses that occur on soccer players in the midst of a game, I'd imagine that they would have to have some sort of halftime break for water and everything like that, as the fan with the vuvuzela is getting ready to attack again for the attack. Pun 100% intended. Weiling telling one of his players that he's got to win that ball back. And of course, with a scoreless game at this time, there's definitely been a lot of shifts in possession. That one is sent by Shivo. Getting back at it is number 8 for the attack.
Nice, Leo!
Shivo with a little bit of a dance around the ball. Deptford now charging downfield. And it goes right past the goalie, but it's a moot point anyway as the ball is out. And there's a little bit of a flubbed Vuvuzela celebration right there. This broadcast is brought to you in part by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a quote today at djkroofing.com. One is out. Yeah, I'm very surprised that it's only one ref manning the whole field, but I guess because it's a lot more crowded and there's I mean, also it's because of a referee shortage where nobody actually wants to ref because of the parents that yell and the parents that berate the people that are barely getting paid to do their job. And that's why I said I love the standard that Coach Weiling sets, where he has parents that are respectful, that are kind, that are not interfering. There's Coach Weiling's right there.
Come on out!
In between the defenders, he tells his players. Approaching 34 minutes right now. I don't know what the situation is, but getting a hard charge on it and convening is Weiling's, and another Deptford player, as now the ball is crammed on Deptford's side of the field, side of the pitch. Now going down is Kelowna and getting right back up with a lot of resilience. And let me say, is there a halftime break at all, or did they just go straight through?
We're supposed to have a halftime.
Yeah, I was told it was 25 and a halves.
Well, we were told they were 35.
35, okay. Well, that means we're very close to the half anyway, and I guess that tells you right there. 35 minutes down, 35 minutes to go. No score here from the Green Wave turf. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here with the second half of the South Jersey Girls Soccer League action from the turf. No score between the Deptford Attack and the Audubon Adrenaline. You're watching coverage here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We'll be right back.
these people too.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold up.
Okay, just
We're back in action here from the Green Wave turf here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. I know I didn't show myself in the first half because we were just getting underway, but I'm Dan Wilkins here with DWB. We have the Deptford Attack and the Audubon Green Wave. They're getting set up to go, so we will get going as well here in the second half. No score through 35 minutes. Let's get this thing rolling. Obviously, I was told 25-minute half, but it's actually not that far apart from what the folks over at the high school do, which is 80 minutes, 40-minute halves. So this is actually just a normal day for me. We're underway. One half down, one to go. A little bit of a spinner kick here that'll go to my right leg. That actually went straight through the table, and the throw, and will now be taken away. Halfway home here at the Green Wave turf. No score here through 35.5 minutes. That one is up in the air, stays in play. What an effort there by Weilings to prevent that one from being a throw-in for the other town. And a pop-up here. Comes back with a little bit of a rebound-esque force. And
Give each other space out there!
Weilings, not Delaney Weilings, Joe Weilings picks up the ball on the sideline. Picked up.
Get up a little and then pass.
I have a sizzly that's waiting for me. It's very cold, so I'm gonna have to warm it up in my microwave when I get home. But that was like my lunch. Speaking of lunch, it's about lunchtime, 11:47 a.m. here on the East Coast. Wherever you're watching, hope you're enjoying the show here on DWB. Now score through 36.5.
Chase this and go.
Up in the air.
Go through it. Come on, keep going. Come on, Lila, get up there, Lila.
One rolls along the line. Number 11 picks it up and it's out of play.
Come on, let's get one here. You ready? I'll move up, Ella. Why you up here?
That one's out of play. Deptford's number 11, unable to inbound it in time. Right off the chest of Young. That's out of play. A strong throw in from Shivo, but that's out of play again. We got throw in Palooza again in the second half. Up in the air. A lot of back and forth between Deptford and Audubon as the referee has to do a little bit of a cha-cha to get out of the way. Now another liner that'll hug the line and eventually cross paths and out of play. Make sure my car is locked. There we go.
Keep coming, more. Keep coming. It's over here. Keep coming. Right here. Right there. Perfect.
Whoa, a little bit of a whiff there. It goes off the face of number 19 for Deptford. A wicked hit.
Nice move, Delaney. Take it, Nate.
We'll stop the clock here, 38-48, as there is a apparent injury. The player on Deptford was hit in the face.
That hurts.
It hurts it no matter what age you are, and also the fact that the real field's under 40. It's gonna make it sting a little bit more, but they get back up and express.
Shake it off, Taylor Swift.
Sportsmanship.
Lady! After that, doing the after.
You ready?
We need an outlet to here.
Kicked by Wilings. Again, out towards the line. A lot of throw-ins on this line. They just don't seem to inbound it and make it stay. Save.
Chase this and go.
Watch the blue.
Start running the other way. Go, run through the ball. Come on, come through it, come through it. Use your speed. Come on, get it.
There you go.
A little bit of an apologetic kick. Now we'll go out. And it's out of play again. Another one out. Now the throw-ins are on that side of the field. It's been at least 20 of them today. A lot of conjunction junction at that corner of the field. Now they have to get it out, and Tessitore sends this one to the no man's land. And now another en masse substitution for Deptford as they sub out like half of their team and then put in another half. While for Audubon, it's kind of been mano a mano. They have a lot more consistency in who they play when. No one rolls near the coach, and Shivo has this one out towards the goal, but the wrong goal. That's the high school goal. I've stood in that goal before as I filmed some promotional footage for the Green Wave soccer season with my buddy Matt Wagner, and I stood in the goal and I used his backup goalie gloves, and that goal is huge when you're standing in it, even when you're 5'11" and not athletic at all. That's a big goal and a lot of space to cover. I don't know how good old Trent Bannell does it, the sophomore, who was the mid-season goalkeeper for the Green Wave. Kind of took it from the middle of the year to the end. Going down is Olivia Colonna, but gets back up.
Come on, throw it, throw it.
It's not really a whole lot of predicament, but
Emma, watch yourself, honey. Emma, watch two behind you. Get goal side of her.
a little bit of positive play calling here from both sides, and now sending the ball in an unexpected direction. Colonna will send this ball to the Red Rocks. They were installed here a couple of, I'd say maybe like 10 years ago, because it used to be just like, pretty sure it used to be just like a flat asphalt kind of surface, but now it's different, and Perkins, whistle is blown. And again, some reaffirming encouragement from the coach Weilings, telling his girls that he did a great job, or that they did a great job, excuse me. Obviously, the cheer is still going strong with 21 days until the Christmas holiday. And Shivo inbounds it to Weilings with a shot for a goal, blocked by Deptford, and that will roll past the yellow line out of play. Oh, the heck of an effort, and also an equally valiant effort by Deptford to thwart the goal. It's now a corner from Weilings is blocked. Tessitore trying to change directions and change the fate. Trying to change the shape of the possession. It doesn't go. Goes past Tessitore out towards number 4, which I'll look at the roster. You know, uno momento. Weilings takes the swing. Outnumbered 2-on-1. Gets blocked by Nina Jones. That's the second block Jones has made in as many minutes. Here's another corner from Delaney Weilings. Emma Cam, excuse me. Shivo with a block by Jones. Great defensive plays in this second half by Nina Jones, becoming a lot more prevalent of a figure on this attack team in the second half than compared to the first. This one is thrown in, hugging the line. Cam's got it. The ball spins like the earth going round, and this one will still roll. Kicked in. This one will hug the line. It may hit the corner flag. It will hit the corner flag. We'll see what they call it as. But also a good inbound by Audubon's number 4, Anna Gaspari. Here's a little bit of a curving inbound to Deptford's number 5, kicked in the air by about 10-15 feet. That one will go out of play.
Emma, watch the big throw.
2 substitutions for Audubon.
Come on, Deptford.
Get aggressive, Emma.
Jones in the air. Down to number 5. And out past the lawn chair garden.
Good ball.
Up in the air. Sin has it. Now going back and forth, making the ball stop right in his path. With more force than a good edge high.
Stay in the middle, Em.
A lot of convening cleats trying to stop the ball's trajectory.
Step to that, Ems.
A little bit of a sideways kick and blocked by Gaspari in the goal. And the boo as well as ring out again. Up in the air.
Let it go, let it go.
And that one will be let go. Thrown in by number 21. Stopped by number 5.
Step to that, step to that.
Down and past number 1. A little bit tripping as well. This one is going to be inbound to the goal. And an effort by Grace Perkins in the goal to let that ball get away.
Mark up, Black, mark up. That is not a good throw.
And it's just past the goal. Liner by Perkins goes pretty far up towards midfield.
Step to that.
Ball moving back and forth a lot like a ball in a pinball machine, and that one gets stopped by a fan in a lawn chair.
Emma's a big throw in the box, right?
Leah Sin will hand this ball over to Shivo, who inbounds it, gets it past Emma Cam. Deptford trying to defend its own goal, and that one will go out again past the corner flag. Second half, pretty deep into this one, still no score. A defensive duel between the Deptford Attack and Audubon Adrenaline, two winners of their respective divisions. Deptford again having an 8-1-1 record, and Audubon having a 5-1-4 record. Obviously tying a lot of teams. I don't know what the overtime rules, if any, are, but I'm sure the parents would not like this game to go into overtime because of the temperature. It's Sunday, the Birds are on at 1.
Emma, you and Sammy pick a number. Let's go. There's 3 people in front of you.
Come on, Deptford!
I think by rule this game has to end before the Eagles play, so. Blocked! Perkins! Out! It is out! And hold that thought. What a block to prevent Deptford.
Stay aggressive on the ball, let's go!
Wow. Now a line drive bobbled by Perkins and saves it on the rebound. Up in the air.
Emma, you gotta watch your back on. She's playing right in behind you. All sides! All sides!
I got it! Please don't, I got you.
I see we have an assistant ref in the house.
I got us, see? That was cool.
He's cool. He's cool.
You weren't on that.
Let's go,
Well, now they want an offsides call, and they don't get it. And again, it goes into a goal, but not the one you want. Now a whole array of substitutions rain down again for Deptford. Sideways effort to not have to deal with a goal kick. Send it to one of your own, I almost said one of your own men, one of your own players. Audubon with save on a hop. That one is out of play again. And some subs coming in at a chip at a time for the Adrenaline.
My mother says your stream is frozen.
Oh, hold up. I'll check that in just a second. Ball gets out of play.
Come on, Mia!
Okay, it is frozen, yeah. Tell her to give me like 30 seconds, hold up.
Yep.
That can be fixed pretty easily. There we go. She'll be back. Hope it wasn't frozen for too long. That one is saved by Gaspari.
There you go, she says.
Yeah.
Take it out of here, bro.
Come on, Deptford, we need one.
Take it out of the air, Deptford.
Good job.
And bouncing the ball around more like a hacky sack. Just, you know, right in front of each other. That one will go out towards the Red Rocks and the Audubon sideline.
Every now and then you experience technical difficulties.
Come on, Deptford! Yeah, Ruby! Come on, Deptford, get it out! Walk down, Ruby! Come on!
Tessitore to the right of the goal. Actually to the left on the other side, but you get the point.
Good job. Let's go get the rest, girls.
Perkins will send this one away. Line drive, stopped by Shivo up in the air.
Bring it up, Deptford, bring it up. There you go, there you go.
One is out of play. This one will be thrown in. Audubon's got the ball.
There you go, Audubon. Let's go.
A lot of this match so far has been devolving into who can possess more time on the ball. I mean, in the first half, Perkins had a lot more shots on goal than Gaspari did, and now Gaspari is having more shots on goal than Perkins is in the second half. So it's kind of like this war of attrition that involves a lot of players having to compromise the satisfaction of scoring a goal and now having to have the satisfaction of not having a goal scored on your team. Now towards the Audubon sideline again, Shivo with a very swift throw in, bounces off the left shoulder of Delaney Wilings, bounces off of her left thigh, and Perkins will have to field this one to the right and rear corner of the goal.
It says it's blurry now.
Blurry? What does she mean by that? I don't think I put anything on the lens. If she means pixelated, she may have the video quality down, and it may just be a spike in lag, so. A lot of intervention between Audubon and Deptford as that ball is stopped by the barricade of lawn chairs. This one is thrown in, goes past Weiling to Young. Tessitore stops this one, goes out towards the sideline and out of play again. We'll run this one back again as we approach 60 minutes.
She didn't cut her video, so it means it's not as crisp as it was before.
I don't know. I don't know. Blame the camera gods. This one's close again.
Oh, okay.
Substitutions for Audubon. Looks like 3 in, 3 out.
Get up for a bit.
Be ready, be ready.
One's out of play. Elsie Young.
Let's get one here.
Liner.
Pull it back. Go, nice. Come on,
Gonna go out towards midfield.
come on. Ready, ready.
Up in the air. That one's out of play again.
Julia, take it. If you get the ball, bring it up as fast as you can. Let's get one, girl. Let's go.
One's out. Throw in Palooza, part 3.
Here.
Not sure exactly what we have on time because I did miss a chunk of play.
Ready? I'll get up there. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Go get it. You two are on top of each other. Come on.
Cam has to get it out. Deptford side of the field, and it's out of play.
Emma, watch the big throw through the middle. Watch the run. Do it again.
Oh. Yep, that'll go again.
Throw. That's it. Throw.
Shigo lets that one fly out of play towards the softball dugout. Wiley calling for Ellie Springer. Perkins will kick this one away. Unofficially about 63-45. I may be completely wrong on that. Not exactly sure, but I'll try to check with the man in blue when we get a chance.
Back to it, Em.
Come on, Ella. Come on, Ella. Come on, Avery.
Good job, Rick. Run back.
Off the left shoulder of Deptford's number 8, Jones. That one's out towards the sideline. I definitely am very surprised of how well the parents have been behaving in this game because I've said it a lot of times it's stigmatized how, or I should say, it's a stereotype that youth soccer or baseball or basketball parents, whatever, or even youth football parents are annoying and, you know, everything like that. So it's... But I'm very surprised, and I applaud the parents of both sides for being so commendable, because it's kind of like a lot of times what you see is that the parents mean well, but are nevertheless insidious in their actions. So it's most certainly something to applaud when there's, I mean, maybe it should be the standard, yes, that parents are decent human beings at games with children that aren't even in their teenage years yet, but nevertheless, that seems like that some people around the country do not follow that standard. Line drive kick, these kicks going back and forth, still staying in the midfield region.
Emma, watch your back.
And will stay on the ground. That one will roll on the ground.
Let's go, Deptford. Let's go.
More substitutions for Audubon coming in. Cam and Gowdy are out.
Good try, Leah.
There you go.
Emma, you gotta be with her, okay?
Come on, he's up there.
You got it, Sammy.
Take it away, Sammy. There you
One is
go.
at the backfield, brought in by their sweeper. Nina's doing it again, having a great day on defense. And Gaspari kicks it to the right of her goal, has to get back to her position as Audubon tries to inbound it the other way. Again, the time that you see at the top left of your screen may be completely off, so take that with a grain of salt. Oh, it goes right past Gaspari, and it is to the right of the goal. That was very close to being a big issue.
Okay, good. She's okay. I thought she hit the bull. Saved your cap.
There you go. It's not even mine. I just saw it on the field. Yeah, take whatever time is on the clock with a grain of salt, because I did miss a good chunk of it when the Deptford player went down after getting hit in the face with a ball. Was hurt for a short amount of time. Good header there. That one hugs the line.
Got it, Sammy.
Out of play.
Emma, watch the big throw. Kick it out.
Blocked by Perkins. And they're going to call that a corner because I think Perkins was out. Wind is blowing, trees are shaking. Andy Williams is probably on the Christmas radio somewhere in the world.
Come on, Deptford!
And Shivo to the left of the goal. The defensive duel continues to be pertinent in this game.
Let it go and chase
What could very well be the closing minute of today's match, but not exactly sure yet.
Come on, Ella! Come on, Ella! Go, Ella, go! Nice, come on! Good try. Come on, come on!
Emma, you're too far up.
Oh, my God! Come on!
Oh, wow. Rolls right past. And out of play. That one's out. Not a whole lot of time left, I would presume. Hugs the line again. That one will hug the line all the way to the corner where it stays in bounds. And it's a goal. Deptford. In the closing minutes of the second half, the Deptford attack. Score off of Glassboro.
Hey, Emma, no letdown here. Play hard. Let's go. Emma, cover the middle.
Black ball, black ball. Oh, let's get it. Let's go. Seconds, 80 seconds.
80 seconds on the clock. And that may have been the most clutch goal I've seen in a while. Just a straight, great kick that hit the middle of the goal square. And that may all be what Deptford needed. That's block right there that sends it to Perkins. Perkins will look to send this one away and will buy enough time to allow Deptford to win this one in a game that was undecided until the final 11th hour, not even 11th hour, 11th hour and 59th minute. A miracle goal by Deptford as, look at Joe Weilings there congratulating, or I should say, comforting his goalie as they shake hands, high five at the center of the pitch on the sideline, and that will be where we close things today. The Deptford attack, an incredible game, and Joe was right. I was absolutely blown away by the quality of 11-year-old girls soccer. Here on the South Jersey Girls Soccer League, they will pack up, so will the fans, and so will I. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. If you have any questions or comments, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. You can also text me at 856-912-1302. And also, with the winter coming around, I'm only doing PA stuff. So if you have a youth basketball league, youth whatever, if you need a guy to film, if you need a guy to commentate, I am more than welcome to fit what you need. Just give me a call, a text, whatever. If I don't pick up, go to a voicemail. Do whatever you need, because I'm looking for some opportunities as we go along. 1-0 Deptford over Audubon. They'll pack up. We'll wrap up, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, Audubon basketball starts in just a couple of days on December 8th with a scrimmage versus Delsey, the Delsey Crusaders. They come to the John F. Kling Gymnasium. I'll be on the public address as a new era starts for Audubon with some new juniors and seniors and everything like that. A brand new team under Brian O'Donnell. We'll see you on December 8th. And until next time, I'm Dan Wilkins.